Hi team. This week our clients are asking us questions about international shares and property and tax associated with them. And because you are our tax expert, I was hoping you could help me to answer those questions.
Thanks, Natallia. Yeah, investing internationally is a great opportunity for many investors to look outside of Australia and invest in overseas markets like the US and England, giving you a broader scope of investments and taking advantage of trends and marketplaces outside of Australia. But one thing people need to keep in mind is how effective they are for tax purposes. One of those things is that if you invest in countries that have a double tax agreement with Australia, so keeping in mind that any dividends you receive that have withholding tax, you'd be able to claim that withholding tax against your Australian income. And the other thing to keep in mind is if you were to hold those shares for more than 12 months and make a sale, that you'd be able to get the general 50% discount on the sale of those shares. Nobody wants to make a loss, but there's one thing that we have to keep in mind is if you do make a loss on the sale of international shares or investments, that those losses are effectively quarantined and can only be offset against foreign income capital gains. So that's one thing to keep in mind.
Fantastic, great. My second question is, do we pay inheritance tax in Australia on property inherited overseas? For example, our parent principal place at the residence.
Yeah, that's a really good question. A lot of people assume that in Australia we have an inheritance tax. There isn't any inheritance tax at the moment, and it's one of those things that can always come in, but at the moment there isn't. And so if you were to receive an inheritance, there'd be no further tax payable. But if your parents are overseas, even if it's the family home, we have to be mindful that many overseas countries do have inheritance tax, and you'd have to take that into account with the local tax expert there. In Australia, for example, if you were to inherit the family home and it was sold within 2 years of the date of your parents' death, then that would be subject to the principal place of residence exemption, making it tax-free, that sale. So it's one of those things you have to keep in mind. While there's no inheritance tax in Australia, if you're dealing with a foreign jurisdiction, then you have to keep abreast of all those tax rules as well.
Absolutely wonderful, great. Thank you so much. If you've got any more questions, please contact us and we'll be able to help you. Thank you so much and bye for now.